and another hour down the track, and we finally get to see our first look at Uluru. And when you see it, you just know it. We arrive in Yulara, the small township just before the entry gates of Uluru and Kata National Park. The caravan park here, as you would expect, has absolutely everything you need and want. Yet Yulara is all about Uluru and Kata National Park. Now the park opens at 6 a.m, so you have plenty of time to prepare for sunrise. But we can't wait. We take a ride to Kata, another significant rock formation and sacred site of the local Indigenous people. First, we admire from a distance these 36 steep sandstone masterpieces. This is an extraordinary landscape. Now, Kata means many heads. Even with such a low rainfall, the poor soil, there is still so much different plant and animal life. Then, it's time to get a little closer and personal. Again, we are lucky to see water puddles as it rarely happens. Kata, like Uluru, have strict rules on where you can and can't walk. We take a walk, which is only around about 2.5 kilometre return trip, looking at Walpa Gorge. Our nice stroll gives us a great look at the native wildlife and plant life of the park. You really feel the beauty of Kata with a Walpa Gorge walk. The further you get into the actual gorge, it becomes more protected. It is amazing to get up close to the base of these massive walls that rise and rise and rise above you. It's a pretty walk. You wind through the gorge past clusters of trees, and it gives you a good feeling of the immense size of these rock formations. Now, there are restrictions on what you can and can't photograph, so we can't show you as much as we'd like to, as we're not allowed, but my suggestion is it's great, because that means you've got to come here yourself. If you have come all this way, spoil yourself and take a camel ride to the Sounds of Silence dinner. You can be picked up from your accommodation and taken out to a camel farm. Now this is amazing. Amazing that each of these camels are caught in the wild. They say there are well over 200,000 wild camels around the Northern Territory, and so these are caught, trained up, and very well looked after. Now each camel, of course, has its own name, and more importantly, has its own individual personality. Never being on a camel before, or riding a camel before, I tell you, the art of actually getting up, leaning back, and as the camel rises, you get a little bit nervous, but it's funny watching everyone else until it is your turn. We take a walk through the gorgeous Australian outback. There is nothing like watching a sunset on a camel's back with the red dust, the smell of the outback, friends, and Uluru as a feature piece in the backdrop. One of my favourite settings and dinners is the Silence of Sounds dinner. With a backdrop of Uluru, the white tablecloths on the rich red Australian outback dirt does look spectacular. Enjoy by candlelight. You'll find your seat, then you're treated to a wonderful local buffet before you sit and listen to some great outback stories by the campfire. Another great idea when the sun goes down is take a trip to the Field of Lights. Enjoy the hospitality first with a couple of champagnes or maybe beers while you wait for the darkness or the sun to go down. Again with Uluru, your backdrop, you are treated to a Field of Lights. Now this is art, both beautiful and amazing. To be wandering around under the desert sky, looking at a field of over 50,000 colour-changing lights, it's something, again, you won't see every day. We totally enjoyed it, along with all the kids.
Uluru is such a magical and mysterious place. It really is a place everyone should visit in their lifetime. We highly recommend doing the guided morning tour around the base, as you will learn so much more about the culture that makes Uluru so magnificent, and also it will give you a huge appreciation for why she is so sacred. Uluru's sunrise has everyone jumping out of bed early and heading to the well-placed viewing platforms, as we huddle in the morning chill and wait for that exact time where the sun rises on yet another day here at Uluru. Most people are totally speechless and standing in total awe of her beauty. There are viewing platforms on multiple levels and lookouts giving everyone a great view no matter your height or weather. As each second passes and another colour pops, she transforms into yet another spectacle, and you can hear the wildlife waking up for yet another day in paradise.
The word Marla is not an English word. So the word Marla is a Pitjantjatjara word. And Pitjantjatjara is the language spoken by Aboriginal people from this area. And their word, when they refer to themselves, they call themselves Anangu. Okay, so when I talk about the Anangu, I'm talking about Pitjantjatjara speaking Aboriginal people from here. Now, just want to make really sure before we start that everything when I'm talking about the Anangu, I'm not an Anangu person, right? So it's a difficult thing for me to talk about because it's as foreign to me as it is to anybody here. And even our Anangu guides have trouble to get their message across because it's not in the telling of it, it's in the understanding. Because we've got 2 hours, less than 2 hours, to try to understand the world's oldest living culture. So what I usually do now is change gears really quickly and talk about the geological, like the Western science way of how Uluru and Kata Tjuta came to be. Okay, and both these features are sedimentary. So they used to be rock, they've been eroded down into sand and mud and whatever, compressed into rock a second time, and then through disturbances in the Earth's surface, they've been raised up again. And in Uluru's case, Uluru, like I said, used to be a mountain, 10,000 metres high, they reckon, out to the west of here. And that's higher than anything on Earth today.
The Great Australian Doorstep.